Your happiness is not something you need to chase. It's already within you. The moment you stop looking outside for validation and start nurturing your own heart, you awaken a power that has always been yours. Life can feel overwhelming sometimes, can't it? We get so caught up in taking care of others, meeting their expectations, and trying to make everyone happy. But here's the truth. Your happiness begins when you start focusing on you, not in a selfish way, but in a loving, nurturing way. You deserve to feel joy, peace, and love, starting from within. We spend so much of our lives looking outside of ourselves. We seek approval, validation, and love from others, hoping they will tell us we are good enough. But true happiness does not come from the outside world. It comes from within. When you focus on yourself, on your well-being, your joy, your inner peace, you awaken the love that has always been inside you. This is where your power begins. You have been taught since childhood that happiness is something you earn by pleasing others. But have you ever noticed how exhausting that is? You chase appreciation, yet it always feels just out of reach. Happiness isn't found in someone else's approval. It is found when you stop seeking and start being. The moment you turn inward, you tap into a well of love that has always been within you. It does not come from a title, money, or relationships. It does not need to be earned or proven. It simply exists. The more you recognize this truth, the more peace you will feel. The outside world may keep changing, but the love within you remains constant. That is your real home. Have you ever felt like you're living someone else's life? Maybe you're constantly trying to please others, to fit into their idea of who you should be. But deep down, something feels off. You might feel drained, lost, or even disconnected from your true self. That's because when you live for others, you forget to live for you. Many of us have been taught that being kind means putting others first, even at the cost of our own happiness. But constantly trying to please everyone is exhausting, and it leaves you feeling empty. You are not here to live for others. You are here to live for yourself. It is not selfish to take care of yourself. It is necessary. The more you love and honor yourself, the more you will have to give to the world. Pleasing others might bring temporary approval, but it rarely brings lasting fulfillment. Why? Because when your happiness depends on making others happy, you give away your power. You put their opinions above your inner knowing. And no matter how much you give, it never seems to be enough. Imagine how different your life would be if you stopped living for approval. What if you no longer needed someone else to tell you that you are good enough? The truth is, you were always enough. The moment you believe this, your energy changes. You begin living for yourself, making choices that honor your heart instead of constantly seeking validation. When you release the need to please, you make space for your own joy. You become lighter, freer, and more in tune with yourself. And the beautiful irony is, the more you honor your needs, the more naturally you give to others from a place of love, not obligation. Let me remind you of something beautiful. You are worthy just as you are. You don't need to prove anything to anyone. You don't need to be perfect or meet anyone else's standards. Your worth isn't tied to what you do for others. It's simply who you are. You are enough, right here, right now. Every day, The world tells you who you should be, what you should do, and how you should think. But the most important voice is the one inside of you. That quiet whisper in your heart knows what is right for you. When you stop listening to outside noise and tune in to yourself, you will begin to trust your own wisdom. You already have the answers within you. Have you ever made a decision that felt right in your heart, even when others doubted you? That is your inner voice guiding you. It is the deep knowing within you, the voice of your true self. But if you are always seeking guidance from the outside world, that voice becomes harder to hear. Silence the distractions for a moment. Step away from the expectations placed upon you. Close your eyes and ask yourself, what do I truly want? Not what others expect of me, not what the world says I should do, but what truly brings me joy. The answer is already inside you, waiting for your attention. Your intuition is a gift. It knows the way forward. Trust it. The more you listen to your inner voice, the stronger it becomes. And the stronger it becomes, the more confident you feel in your decisions, your path, and your purpose. The guidance you seek is already within you. All you need to do is listen. Setting boundaries is an act of love for yourself and for others. It's about knowing what you need and honoring it. It's okay to say no to things that drain you and yes to things that lift you up. When you set boundaries, you create space for peace, joy, and growth. Your time and energy are precious. You do not have to be available to everyone at all times. The more you say yes to what feels right for you, the more your life aligns with your true self. Boundaries are not barriers. They are an expression of self-respect and self-care. We all make mistakes. We all have regrets. But holding on to guilt or shame only keeps you stuck. Instead, choose to forgive yourself. You're human, and being human means learning and growing. Be kind to yourself, just as you would be to a dear friend. Forgiveness is not about excusing mistakes, but about releasing the burden of the past. When you forgive yourself, you set yourself free. Let go and move forward with love. It's so easy to look at others and feel like you're falling short. But here's the truth. Your journey is unique. You don't need to be like anyone else. Celebrate your progress, no matter how small it seems. Every step forward is a victory. When you stop comparing and start embracing yourself fully, you discover a deep sense of inner peace. Trust your journey and honor your pace. When you focus on yourself, something magical happens. You begin to reconnect with your true self. You start to remember who you are beneath all the expectations and noise. And when you live as your true self, you radiate joy, peace, and love. That's when life truly begins. The more you embrace yourself, the more the world reflects back love and acceptance. Be true to who you are, and happiness will naturally follow. So I invite you to start today. Take a deep breath and check in with yourself. Ask, what do I need right now? And listen. You are worthy of your own love and care. When you focus on yourself, you create a life that feels authentic, joyful, and full of purpose. Remember, your happiness begins with you.